Hey guys, it's Vicky. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're in a little bit of a different backdrop because we're going to be doing some makeup. I know it's been a while, but let's jump into it. So, put my hair out of the way in a minute. I've already got on a face, basically a base, foundation, powder, bronzer, contour, blush and highlight, and I've done my brows. So today what we're doing is eyeshadow. It has been a while since I've done this, so apologies if I'm a little rusty, but let's jump straight into it. So I think what we're going to do today is, what I've decided is I'm going to use the Beautybay Bright palette and show you just a really simple sunset eye and how I do it. So we'll do that, put some liner on and see what it looks like. It's a look that I like to use around the spring Easter time because it's quite summery and light and I like it, so it will come in handy, I think. So let's zoom you in and get started. Okay, so you're all zoomed in, a bit closer to my face. I've got a lovely spot here, please ignore that. Let's get my hair out of my face because there is a lot of it. There we go. So first things first, I have got my brushes all here in this little brush holder, and I've got my makeup down here in a little makeup bag. I use this nice Jack Wills one. So first thing I'm going to do is just put some concealer on my eyes as a base. There we go. So I'm going to use the Wet n Wild concealer. I really need to wear contact lenses for these sorts of things. So I'm just going to put concealer on my eyes as a base. And then I'm just going to take a sponge and just blend that in. Now, as I'm sure you can see in my foundation around my T-zone, I am struggling from dry skin at the moment. Even though I've used a nice primer that's quite tacky, I've used a liquid foundation, but I'm still quite dry, so please excuse that. So let's get into it. Let's grab the palette. Now in here there are a ton of sunset shades, so I'm going to use probably some yellow, some orange, some red. So I'd probably start with Hello Sunshine in the inner corner, the yellow, then use Tangerine Dream and Heat Wave here and here to sort of blend out the middle, and then we might use some Hot Stuff or Head Over Heels, which is this one on the end. Some of these reds to blend out the edge. So let's get into it. Can we just like talk about how amazing this palette looks for a second? I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. If you want a rainbow palette, this or the James Charles one, all you need. You know, it's got absolutely everything. And look at this top row. It's got the blacks, the whites, the the greys and the neutral tones. It's just everything. Sorry, getting distracted. So I'm going to try and balance this palette on my knee. So I'm just going to start with this little brush. It is brush number 11 from BH Cosmetics. And then I've just got one of the Beautybay ones. This one's called I Spy, that I might just use to blend it out. So let's get started. I'm going to work in to out and then probably blend over the top. So I'm just going to take some of that yellow shade on my brush. I'm going to start right in the centre. And just blend it in. Look at that for pigment. Absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to build that pigment up like that. And then we've got some nice yellow base. So let's attempt to match it on the other side. And then I'm just going to bring it underneath the eye a little bit to match. Just like that. Just like that. We've got the yellow down. Now, when I used to do this look a couple years back, I used the Soph palette from Soph Does Nails, Soph Does Life on YouTube. Go follow her, she's absolutely amazing. I use her palette with Revolution, the Extra Spice palette, I think it is, because it's got a nice yellow, a nice orange, and then a nice red in it. So I used to just use those three and it works absolutely fine. This one is very pigmented, as is Soph's one, but it's a nice colour. So now I'm going to take Tangerine Dream, which is the paler orange, just on my brush, and then just blend that over where the top of the yellow ended. And then using the same brush, just blending it in. I'm going to pull it back towards the yellow a bit, so we get a nice seamless blend. Repeat on the other side. Now I do have very small eyes, so I'm sort of having to not minimise, but do sort of a mini version of what some people might be able to do. I think it's because I'm quite small in general. Like I'm really short. I'm only like 5'3", 5'3", and I think all my features are just smaller. So now I'm going to take the shade Heatwave, which is the stronger orange, and blend that on top of the deeper orange. So you can see it's sort of taking shape now. I also have issues with my crease. So my crease, as you can, if I do sort of that, you can see where my crease sits. It's quite low. So I find quite often with like glasses and stuff, you can't really see the eyeshadow. So sometimes I like to blend it a bit higher, but we'll go with it. We'll see what happens. Right, let's take the first orange, Tangerine Dream, just underneath. Oh, got a loose eyelash. Taking that deeper orange, just further along. So if you work from light to dark rather than dark to light, it's easier to blend along and work backwards if you need to. So I'm just going to deepen that pigment on the deeper orange, just on that outer edge over here. And now I'm going to take a red. So I'm going to take, I don't actually like that as a red, you know. Let me just show you. The problem I have is, going along this row, we used this one, then this one, then this one. Oh, sorry, you can't see. We used this one, then this one, then this one. Now the issue I have here is that Cherryade is a shimmer, so I can't use that. But Hot Stuff is quite a bright, vibrant red. It's almost pink, and that one's too dark. So I might just grab the other palette. Just in comparison for you guys, this is the Extra Spice palette, and I would use these shades along here. We'll give it a go. We'll use Hot Stuff and see what happens. I'd rather not switch palettes, so we'll give it a go. Whoa. Tap off all that excess. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, this should work. So what I'm doing is starting by getting the blend, and then we're going to work it up into a sort of nice point, nice shape that will match a nice winged liner, hopefully. Just going back into Heatwave, that orange before, to just fill in that gap I've got there. Lovely. I like the look of that. It's pretty. Right, let's fill this in a little bit more. Yeah. Right, I like that. Now we've just got to match it to the other side. So the issue I have is that my eyebrows are not even, so what I was going to do is match it up to the point of the eyebrow. But it's not exactly in the same place, but we'll go with it. My eyes are sisters, not twins, so we shall roll with it. Nobody's perfect. So you can see quite now clearly we've got like two solid colours, so I'm just going to blend them together. By doing that, I'm just going to go back to Heatwave and just push that out. See, to me that yellow looks quite green on my eyes, which is a shame. But have I got the Soft palette here? We could always put a bit of the Soft one on top. So let's take the red, the Hot Stuff, and tap off all the excess and just go underneath. It's just like you do a mini version of what you did on top underneath. So you just got to try and get that blend as well to match. And if you can join the top and the bottom like that, I find you get a nicer look. So now all I'm going to do is fill in any gaps I don't like. So let's get all that colour off. I don't like it down here. I've got a bit of a gap where that orange should be. So fill that in. And then just with that tangerine as well. Nice. Oh, the hair on my finger. I quite like that. All I'm going to do now is take my other brush and just blend the edges around a little bit. Just run it over so that we've not got a harsh line. Just like that. Just let them all melt together. Just like that. And that's pretty decent, to be honest. I'm just going to take a touch of vitamin C from Soph's palette, which is this yellow. Just pop it on top of mine because it's look a little bit green, and this one is a more muted sort of banana tone, so it might just cancel out a little bit of the green. That'll do. I think again it depends what sort of base you use and what concealer you use to set and what sort of your skin undertone is, to determine exactly how a colour is going to look on you. I'm quite happy with that. I mean, this red line is not perfect. That's better on both of them. I quite like that. Just a quick point that I'm seeing now, the concealer I used, it was the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer. It's finished quite sheer and it still has got some purple coverage under there that I don't like the look of, that I can see. I still look like I've got bags. It's quite a thin consistency, so I wouldn't recommend that concealer if you're trying to do like a, you know, a prominent eye. You don't want the things like your concealer underneath to be ruining it. Let's compare it to the big mirror. I quite like it. I mean, it doesn't suit me that well because my eyes are brown, but it's good. So all we've got to do now is add some liner. But what we will do first is some work on my lashes before I stick liner on. So I'm just gonna see what it looks like with some mascara. Problem is my eyelashes are not big and bold like Soph's, so quite often they don't show up. So you do all of this, you know, you like curl and you put a good mascara on and you're like, my eyes still look bare, so I have to often use liner. But we'll just give them a curl. But you know what I like about this is I actually did that quite quickly, like, what, 15 minutes, and you can get a nice eye on. But you've also got to know when to stop fiddling and when to sort of leave it be. Can be one of the most tricky parts of makeup. Let's put some Maybelline Skyhigh on and just see what my lashes are looking like at the moment. There you go. That's what they look like. I've definitely got something in my eye. Oh no! I don't believe it. I had something in my eye I had to get out. No! I can't believe that's just happened. I could cry. Fabulous. I hate my life. How are we going to fix this then? There is no fixing that, I don't think. The colour's not going to go over it, is it? I'm so upset. The first time I sit down to do a proper makeup video in ages, and that happens. Right, I've done my best to sort of fix it. That'll have to do. Let's get some mascara on these bottom lashes. Very carefully. There's a tip for you. Never get something in your eye. Just never do it. Oh, I was so happy with it. It looks alright. It looks alright. Right, now, my least favourite bit is getting some liner on. I have what was Kat Von D, the tattoo liner. It's not horrendous, you know. So, with liner, I'll start in the middle and just get a little base on. And then work towards the inner corner. I literally can't talk while I do this. I can barely breathe. That is atrocious, but it's a start. Let's do the other side. I can't breathe. Right, let's... I may have just flipped the pen into my eye, but oh well. That is a huge wing, and I don't know why I've gone so huge. But it doesn't look terrible. Okay. It's not great. I kind of ruined it. I had the perfect eyeshadow, and I kind of ruined it, but it's not the end of the world, you know. As a look, I quite like it. So let's get my hair down and get myself looking better, get a lip on, and then we'll have a chat about how it all went and a bit about the products and stuff like that. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Now that did not go to plan, absolutely. We had what can only be described as a major disaster happen. But we ended up with an alright look. I thought I'd show you it with my glasses on so you can see the effect. The reason I like doing this is because it stands out, like with glasses. Like if you do something neutral, if I'm sort of back here, you can't always see it. But the red, you're like, oh, she's got eyeshadow on, you know. So without glasses, it's hard for me to see. But this is what we're looking like. I do go very, very natural with my face makeup. Hence why I didn't use, you know, like a top full coverage foundation or a top full coverage concealer. But I think it still looks alright. You know, this is the finished look. Could always do with more mascara, but I'm too scared to put more on. I don't want to ruin it again. But this is what we're looking like. So what did I use? The primer is the NYX Marshmallow Primer. Foundation was Maybelline FitMe in shade 118. Concealer I spoke about, it was the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer. I like it. It's a nice shade. It's got a pinky undertone. The one I've got has a pinky undertone. I think it's called Light Peach, the shade. It's got pinky undertone and it works for me. But again, it's just too thin a consistency. And still shows up, you know. You'd need to layer and layer and layer, and that, you know, can end up looking cakey and not great. Powder, I used a touch of the the I Heart Revolution Peach Powder, the loose stuff, the loose powder, because I was already looking really matte, so I just put a tiny bit on sort of under my eyes and stuff. Bronzer, my Kiko, the one I use as my mirror, this good thing. I love this one. I think it was limited edition, but they do tons of their bronzers. This is what it looks like. It's absolutely amazing. Highlight is Revlon Skin Lights. Oh, look at my hand. I look like I've been in a fight. Highlight, Revlon Skin Lights. I like it because it's got a champagne golden tone to it, so it doesn't look like you've put, you know, silver on your face. You don't look like a spaceman or an alien. Blush, I just use a little £1 Primark one because I'm not a huge blush person. Brows, again, just a Primark brow pencil. I like the 3-in-1 Precision Brow. Mascara, you saw. Eyeliner, you saw. Tattoo liner and Skyhigh. Lips, I used the Beautybay lipstick in shade T. Looks like this. There we are, shade T. Very nice lipstick. My lips are dry though, I shouldn't moisturise them first. And then I used the Beautybay lip gloss in shade Slippers on top, which is a really nice, just nudie lip gloss that smells amazing. Yeah, you saw all the eyeshadow. It's Beautybay Bright's palette. This is the 42 shade one that I've got. It was the Wet n Wild concealer that I used to put my base down. That was shade Light Ivory, if you were interested. And yeah, that's it. I'm not going to bother with lashes because I'm not sure I need them today. I mean, I obviously could, but I'm going to be doing a few looks, so it'll just be off and on and off and gone, off and on, and that would be a waste of lash glue. But yeah, you can see what it looks like. Do you know what? I'm going to brave it. We're going to put some more mascara on. Right. There we go. It's on. So, my lashes have fallen flat as they always do. You can sort of see them if I turn my head to the side. You can sort of see what they look like. But yeah, they're not going to hide the eyeshadow because they're useless. So obviously we know my right eye got a bit messed up in that, but the left one looks good, I think. So yeah, that is the eyeshadow look for a basic sunset eye that sort of grabs your attention from a distance. It might suit different colour eyes more, but I like it. It stands out against, you know, my really dark hair, my dark eyebrows, my dark glasses, and my dark eyes. So yeah, that is the look for today. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. I'd absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. We've only got a few, so we're trying to grow the channel, so please join the family. Let me know if you want to see any other eyeshadow looks, any palettes, anything, products tested, reviewed. Just let me know and I will do that for you. Next time is not going to be a makeup video, it'll be something else, a gaming video. It might be, I don't know, Geoguessr, Fall Guys, Fortnite, whatever I'm going to do. But next makeup video, what I think we will do is take the little NYX Cosmic Metals palette and just show you a little look with this guy, because I got this as a gift, and I looked at the colours and thought, none of them go together, but I want to show you guys the look that you can make with this. So I'm going to show off these colours and do a little look with them, something a little more simple, but I will do 2 different eyes for that look, so we're switching it up. Yeah, after that I want to do a look with the Pastels palette by Beautybay as well at some point. It's got some nice interesting colours in it that you might think, what do I do with them? So I want to show you that as well. So yeah, that is it from me. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.